Hello everyone, good evening, welcome to the replay and to the live broadcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this evening. Hey Carrie, hey Renee, Viola, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Just gonna wait a few more moments for other people to pop on in. I think this one might be one of my most personal Periscopes that I'm going to embark on. Thank you guys. Hey Teresa, thank you guys for inviting your followers. Thank you guys for tapping on the screen, showing some love. Thank you guys so much. So tonight we are going to discuss all about our life connections and what life connections that we have and what life connections we are making and how they impact our lives each and every single day. So yeah, it's a big deal because yes, I need my spirit boosted. So those of you that have been following me know the rules. Pretty much talk and take questions as I go, because I do kind of like more of interactive, but as I go I probably will ask you guys some questions to make sure that we're all cleared, all on the same page. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this chat room tonight. So, and thank you for inviting your followers. So we're just gonna get right into it. So in the past, I don't know, it feels like 6 months, 8 months, I'm not sure, but it's been a while. And for those of you that are watching this scope that know me personally, you all know that last year I lost my aunt, and about a month later, about 6 weeks later, I lost my mom. And it really had me to thinking how my life is going to change without them in my life. You know, having hi, welcome. So it is for those of you who have parents and you were raised by them, and you know you have real connection with them because you know they were your parents, you were raised by them, and now you know you lost your parents. So what are you guys going to do? I mean, your whole life has completely changed. You don't know what it is that you're going to do. You kind of lose focus. And thank goodness for my level of faith and spirituality, because it kept me grounded. But not to say that, you know, the connection that I made with them here in the physical world is lost. It's just in a different place. It's just in a different way of me connecting with them now, since they have moved on, since they have passed on into another physical, to another space. So yes, so much love. Yes, a lot of love. So it really had me thinking about how we go through our lives making the necessary life connections. So my thought process is that when we meet someone in our life, whether if it's a friend, family member, even a stranger, because those are the most impactful ones, or if we have clients or customers who we meet who were strangers and now they end up being our friends, it is the level of importance in how we connect with them with our genuine self, with our authentic self, becoming a part of their life, a part of their fabric, a part of this giant tapestry of oneness that we truly are. And with this, yes, so when we allow ourselves to be a part of this fabric, of this tapestry of oneness, we allow ourselves to extend the connections and make new connections. Because I heard something a few weeks ago that really got me to thinking, and I didn't, and you know, believe that I'm spiritually evolved, but it really got me to think that if we meet someone just once in our life, it doesn't matter how we meet them or what level we meet them at, we are still connected to them on the spiritual side. We are still connected to them on another level. We're still connected to this individual that we met. and it can be a complete stranger that you even said hi to, or even winked the eye at, or even smiled to. Because when we create this connection with someone, we allow ourselves to be vulnerable in that moment, and in that moment, the veil is down, and we are able to see right into their soul and connect with them in whatever level that we are connecting with them with. So, before I move on, because it might take me a minute to get through, because, like I said, this might be my most personal scope to date. But, so, how you guys doing? Just doing a quick check-in. You guys doing okay? We all on the same page? We understand the surface level of life connections and how we are connected to people and how they impact our lives each and every day. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. I've been thinking about trying to do regular scopes, but with my schedule and things, it's just not happening yet. So yes, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I had a couple this week, but I think this one is going to be the best one of definitely serving others. And you know what? I just thought about something. A dear friend of mine that I haven't talked to in a while. It's like, well, let me know when you're doing Periscopes and I'll watch you. So, hold on one second, guys. Forgot to send a text to my friend. But we are all connected in any way, shape, and form. And I am in the process of editing and finalizing my book that's going to be out hopefully next month in March, called Awaken with Gratitude. And as I was going through the book, there was the topic of life connections, which is the topic for today. And I didn't really think about it, but I want to read you guys a quick excerpt. Thank you. I want to read you guys a quick excerpt from this book that has to do with life connections, and I think this will take us a little bit deeper into the unraveling of how we meet and why we meet, and just really get to know the soul that we are connected to. So, the life connections are not just the people we know or don't know, it's the life that's all around us. Life brings us many joys and lessons from one form to another. Regardless of age or species, a highly evolved form of life, we tend to see beyond the lesser forms and beyond what they teach us. We as life forms are designed for different tasks and functions. Where am I at? Those of the same species, yet are different but more of the same. Though the differences makes us and other species unique to carry out our purpose, it's the energy in which we come from that unifies us. So, that takes us into a whole another level of how we are connected. So, if you guys ever think about your pets, and I know at least, a few of us on the scope has at least one pet or had a pet at one time in our life. And we see the immense joy and love, unconditional, infinite love that we receive from that pet. And some of us go through and figure out why or how we connected to this being that has limited communication, right? It's not in the how in which we communicate, it's the way in which we communicate, because like pets, like plants, like trees, anything that has life, but we like the form in communicating with it, we express and talk in a frequency of love and vibration. So that frequency of love and vibration is given off to that plant or to a pet, a loved one, and we create this connection to where it is hearing us and they are feeling us, yes, loving us and feeling us in which we give. So if you know or have, okay, so here's a great example. I'm going to put it out there. So and I think it's a little bit easier. So if you guys ever had a plant, and I know we all had a plant, and some of us says, I just can't keep a plant, I just can't keep it alive. It's like, what am I doing wrong? What am I, I can't just seem to get it. I don't have a green thumb. What do I do? So in that instance in which we have a living thing, a plant, for example, and it thrives from the love and nurturing that we give it. Like we water it, we give it sunlight, we talk to it, we even spray it with a water bottle to make sure that it feels loved, right? Exactly. And so when we have a plant that's dying, it could be from the lack of our communication with it. It's like, we're not listening to it. So it starts a process of checking out. It's like, okay, this being that has me in their place, in their space, doesn't appreciate me. So I'm going to go back to spirit. I'm going to, end my cycle here and find another place where I'm loved and cared for. So that can be in one or two ways. It sends us energy. It's like, okay, it doesn't want to be here. So what we end up doing, we put it out on the street, or we ask somebody to take our plant. Or it just wilts and it's like, okay, I'm done. And that's with anything in our life. Any relationships, anything. So if we have a relationship that we have in our life and that's just not serving us, or if we have anyone, blanket statement, in our life and we know it's not working, or if we even have a child or anyone in our life and it's just not working, it's just not gelling, so the relationship dies and it goes off into another space, right? Or I know this is maybe real difficult for the moms and the parents to hear out there. People often wonder why, when fetuses or children, infants pass on before they truly incarnate and have an experience in this world. That's because they feel the negative energy, the vibration that is coming through. And so then they decide before they have an experience in the world in which we created, that they won't say, okay, you know what, this place is not for me, I'm not here, I don't want to be here, so they decide to end their cycle before it even really starts. But that can also be due to a soul contract that they might have made with their parent to give them the experience they needed to evolve and grow here. So I just want to check in with you guys. How you guys doing? You guys are doing okay? We're all on the same page. Any questions so far before I go a little bit deeper into the life connections? Because it is really significant to understand why we are, connected and what we do in our life, and why everyone in our life that we invite into our world plays such an important role. So thank you guys for tapping the screen, showing some love. I do appreciate it. So also, if you guys want to invite your followers, I would appreciate that as well. It's much love. And if you want to know more about me and my upcoming book, Awaken with Gratitude, you can visit HillisPugh.com. And let's keep it moving, because I really just want to make sure that we are all on the same page and how we are connected to one another. So I want to read you another excerpt. Yes. Thank you, Monica. Thank you for putting that up there. So I want to read you another excerpt from this entry of Life Connections, because that's going to take us a little bit deeper. They're not just going to bring us back into the world in which we live in. So, and it's really interesting to really understand how we are all connected. So I just want to read this real quick for you guys. So, we are all one because we come from the same source of all life. All life and energy is respected, or at least it needs to be. We all need to wake up and realize that what we do today in this moment can indirectly affect millions of people tomorrow. Let us not be selfish in our own greed of evolution, but extend a hand to carry others with us. So, we are all on this journey, and the reason why we are all connected to each other is simply because we are allowing ourselves to grow in an experience. We're all allowing ourselves to grow in an experience. In a moment in which we decide to choose to just really live and just become in true awareness of the moment in which we have. Because in the moment that we are allowing ourselves to live in that space, we create a connection. Whether if it's with someone else or if it's with a stranger or an individual. So before I go any further, I want to know what are you guys' thoughts. I want to know what you guys are thinking. I want to know how you guys are feeling about the clarity and understanding of the connection that we create with another, just like I'm connecting with you all here, or if it's just I don't know. I just want to hear from you guys, because I mean I can speak about this all day. However, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know how you guys feel. I want to know what's on your mind, because I like to interact. I like to chat. I like to really understand and know what it is that you all are feeling right now. What? No takers? So there's one thing I really do want to touch on that has been, I think attachments can be quite mystical, especially with technology. Yes, I'm gonna speak on about technology. That's a really good one to talk about. Just give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Just had to send that out real quick. So anyway, with technology, it really helps, for people who are introverts, because we can build connections all across the world and no one would ever see our faces, right? And that's a big plus, because we are, hiding behind the screen. We are hiding behind anything where we don't have to directly interact with anyone. And like I say, technology has really been good for me, because I used to be very shy. I used to be an introvert, and I'm kind of like introvert slash extrovert. I'm a little bit of both, depending on the situation I'm in. Those of you that have seen me in person, and Carrie can attest to this, that I am very extrovert if I'm at a trade show. Yes, and networking events. I mean, if there's a purpose behind me being in a group of people, then I'm going to allow my light to shine. But if I'm in an environment that's not known to me, then I'm going to tend to lay back and just check everything out and fill out the field before I can really get into that space. So yeah, I don't like it when the person's... Exactly. Thank you, Teresa. Yes. So the connections that we have. Yes. Oh, thank you, Monica. So I want to go back a little bit to how the relationships that we connect to, the relationships that we create, really impact our lives. And as I mentioned earlier, in how I lost both my mom and my aunt last year, and how I really, and how I was really trying to navigate through this emotional pit of life, not having either my mom or my aunt to help navigate through all of this. So, but what came out of this was one of the most amazing experiences that I've ever felt in my life, and I can't even really put it into words. Is that of almost 40 years of my life, I have had known of my father. I've known of him. I knew who he was. I knew where he worked. I knew all about him. I knew who this man was for about maybe 15, maybe 16 years. Knew of this person. Even talked to him maybe once or twice on the phone. So after my mom passed, I reached out to him. My mom and told me that I should reach out to him. I got a message from my mom after she passed. And so I reached out to this man who I've never really truly knew or met. And I reached out to him and told him that, my mom just passed, and that was it. And we sent emails back and forth. It's like, hey, telling me I'm going to come to the service. I'm going to want to meet you. I want to do this and I want to do that. And, after like the third email, I felt like that he was so full of stuff. He was just talking and talking and talking. And I got mad. I got really upset. And I told him, I was like, you know what? I just kind of like blew him off. I was like really upset. And it's like, you're just full of it. I'm done and blah, blah, blah. Just went through it. Next thing I know, the next day, he's calling me on my phone. So sometimes we have to get to a point to allow ourselves to feel that anger, that whatever it is that we need to feel to navigate through this. And through me expressing how I felt, my authentic self, which is important is when we're creating a connection with someone, is being authentic with who we truly are. And that's the first step. So when we are truly authentic with who we are, we allow ourselves to step into a new level of connecting with others. And others can feel and see that level of authenticity. Yes. Thank you so much. So when we are in that level of authenticity and other people can feel it, resonate it, and just be with it, they become their true self as well. So there's no need in hiding who you truly are, because when you hide who you are, then the other people may feel reserved also. Say, okay, let me see how this is going to play out. Let me see where this is going to go. Let me see what this is going to do in order for me to really reveal who I really am. Yeah, I was raised by my mom and the grandma, so yeah, they kept me off the streets for sure. So after I, expressed my anger with him, I allowed him to step into my space. And when we finally met in person, we talked 2 hours about just who we are and what we were doing, and the relationship since then has been beautiful. So even though I lost my mom physically, I still have her in spirit. She still talks to me, she still guides me, she's still helping me. But in this physical realm, I am getting to know my dad, who I've never met but only talked to. So it's amazing. But what's even more amazing is that the friends of my mom and aunt that has known me since I was a little child are now my friends. So it's interesting to see how the dynamic shifts. People who've known you for your whole life. Yes. Yes, exactly. My grandmother did the same for my mom and my aunt. Definitely. I used to come home to 5 bologna sandwiches. My cousin and I used to come home to 5 bologna sandwiches, from school, which was a thing back when I was growing up. Monica, that may be a subject for another day. Talk about how to get through grief. So yeah. Oh, thank you. So anyway, going back, because I don't want to stay, reading comments kind of like makes me lose track. Thank you guys for tapping the screen, showing some love, and yeah, they were when you were a kid and you didn't know any better until you figured out what was in it, because my grandmother used to work for Oscar Mayer. So yeah, we had all the good stuff then. So that's when food and meat was really meat and not what it is now. So grieving might be a subject for another Periscope. But anyway, it's really interesting in how, the dynamic of when a friend or loved one or your parents passed, and you were in this circle of friends, you was in the circle of communications, you were in the circle of connections, and it's interesting when one dynamic piece is gone, and how the interesting, when that piece is out, and then everything just shifts and changes and moves and kind of like melds into a whole new thing, because one of my mom's friends who I knew was always spiritual, was always grounded and in her belief system. She took me to the airport the day I was coming back home to New York. Her and I had a really interesting talk, and things about my mom that I didn't even know about. I had an idea, but she kind of confirmed and validated. And when your parents' friends see you grow up and you kind of like become a friend of theirs, it's interesting to see how all of the walls are down and how vulnerable you become, and allowing someone that you didn't think was that close to you step into your space in that sense. Because when you allow someone to step in that space, you allow your true self to be known and to be seen and to be heard. Thank you guys so much for all the comments, all the love, and just this, allowing me to be vulnerable in this moment. Thank you guys for your sympathy. But there's no, that's right, I did see that at first blush, my sympathies to you, and this is just confirmation that the next Periscope will be about grief. I just feel that, because there's so much that we don't know how to deal with, and there are even times I'm still dealing with mine. So who knows? But any questions so far? I just really want to know how we all are feeling, because when we create a connection, it's never gone. It only changes, like life and everything else that we do. There's no actual disappearing act, if you will. It is more yes, deja vu. There's no it just like energy and like love, everything always changes. It's never gone. It only changes, shifts, and morphs into something new, to something that you can really use, and something that you can really navigate with and grab hold to, because it knows when it needs to change. I'll put it to you that way. Everything knows when it needs to change. Because you're ready. You're ready for the change. You're ready for a new connection to grow and evolve as you see fit. But I just really want to know from you guys, well, those who've been following me on a regular basis, I've asked you guys to do homework. Have you guys been doing your homework? Just type a simple yes or no, those who've been following me, because yay. So so have you been doing your homework in the shower, in the bed? Well, Teresa, okay, so the simple homework, and I think you might have been in the scope when I prescribed homework. So the homework I've been asking people, yes, gratitude journal, or the the thank you avalanche. So like when you get in the shower or get up first thing in the morning, you say random things that you're thankful for. So the homework that I passed, so the thank you avalanche or gratitude journal, whatever you feel you can fit in your day, and whatever you can fit it in, is you make a list of things that you're thankful for. So what you do is, when you're in the shower, or when you're in the car, or when you're on the train, listen to your headphones, wherever you are, wherever you feel most comfortable, when you're in your element, you do this thing, what I call a thank you avalanche. And it's just like a mental, or so you can say it out loud as well, list of things that you're thankful for. And for me, I do it in the shower. It's like, and I start off with things that I'm doing, such as like, I'm thankful that I have, toothpaste and toothbrush to brush my teeth. I'm thankful to have soap and hot water to take a shower. I'm thankful I have, doing this, or I'm thankful for having that. And the thing is, what happens, you have so many things, you build up your energy throughout the day, that nothing can like really steer you off your day. And that's the whole point, to get your energy so high that you're thankful for everything that you have in your awareness, that it really allows you to focus in on what it is that you need to be grateful for. And I would say this, there, and just for clarification, I know that my scopes are called gratitude sessions. However, there's an energy difference in gratitude and in appreciation. Gratitude is when you express things that you have gone through, things that you have had a challenge for and you overcame that challenge or obstacle in your life. Or say, whew. Or if you hear a story for someone, say, "Ooh, I'm glad that wasn't me. That didn't happen to me. I'm grateful that didn't happen to me." So it's that lower energy vibration, and appreciation is kind of like my thank you avalanche, where you appreciate what you have already, and you can appreciate what's to come by allowing that vibration of energy. It's like, oh, I'm happy that I have this, or I'm happy I have that. I'm happy I'm a best-selling author. I'm happy that I'm this, or I'm happy that I'm that. I'm happy I'm the #1 hairstylist in Fremont. That's for you, Teresa. So I mean, you really have to really hone in your energy and focus in on where you want it to go. That's what you really want to do. That's what you really want to do to like really control that energy when you do the gratitude journal or thank you avalanche. So it really helps in that regard. I could talk to you guys all night. So I just want to make sure that we are clear in the understanding and what life connections are and how we create them and how we manifest them in our everyday. Whether if you are touching somebody's hair, or looking somebody in the eye, they smile back at you, whatever it is that you are doing, you are creating a connection with someone, a total stranger, a friend or family member. And if those connections that you have with family members, you can create new ones. You can find other ways to create a connection. So I saw that question, what's up with the heart? So if you like what you're hearing, you tap the screen and you tap the hearts to show some love, because that's what it's all about. It's love, positive energy, good vibration. That's what's up with the hearts. And thank you guys for inviting your followers. Thank you guys for tuning into this chat room tonight. Thank you guys for the abundance of ideas. And I really appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, so if you guys are having issues on the live stream, you guys can catch it on the replay. I do appreciate that so much. And for you guys, I'm not sure what day yet. Probably Sunday, because Sunday seems to be a good day to do Periscopes. I might do the next Periscope will be on grief, because I feel that there are a lot of people out there that are dealing with that. So those of you that are tuning in tonight, right here in this very moment, even watching this replay, mark your calendars for Sunday. I'm gonna do my best to do a Periscope on Sunday about grief. But in the meantime, keep doing your homework. I want to hear it from you. You can visit me at hillispew.com, just like it says in my bio. And I want to hear from you guys. If you have any questions, I'm here. You can find out about me, my upcoming book, and so forth and so on. And you can follow me on social media, where have you. But I enjoy you guys immensely, ever so much. And if you guys have any questions, I'm available. And I appreciate your time and your energy. You guys have an amazing, blissful innocent. Oh, what? Hillis, what if you don't feel a connection? Okay, good. So I'm glad I caught that. So if you do not feel a connection, then that means that connection is not a part of your experience. It's not a part of what your purpose is right now. So you walk up to somebody, or somebody walks up to you, they say hi, you say hi back, and there's no sparks. And necessarily doesn't have to be a spark. It can just be like, just kind of like, something to ponder. And it may not be a connection right away. It could be a connection later, years from now, or what have you. So if there are no sparks, there's really nothing to really jump up and down with. But like I said earlier, I think you might have missed it when I said that I read something, last week or a couple of weeks ago, to where it was very interesting that I read that even if you meet a person one time in your life, that you are infinitely connected to them. either if it's in the physical world in which we live in now, or on the other side, after we make our transition. But regardless of what it is, we are still connected to that one individual. Hence, the reason why I deeply feel and know from experiences I can't discuss right now, that we are truly one being, that we are source, God, the universe, whatever name you wish to call, individuals experiencing itself with self, if that makes sense. And if you guys want to know more about that topic, we can discuss that on another day. But I do write about that a lot in my blog, about oneness and what it is and what it means and how we live it each and every single day. And the topic today, life connections, is just the surface for the deeper explanation of oneness and what it really is and how it really impacts us each and every single day. So, just to leave, so did I really clear up your question? Did I really? Thank you for putting up my website. Thank you guys for having my back. Appreciate that so much. Oh, thank you. So yeah, amazing. Glad that I really answered your question. So, I think that just about does it for tonight. I mean, I really appreciate you guys so much. The love, the energy for tonight is just really amazing. I appreciate it so much. And like I said, if you guys want to go to my website, My Life Connection, it's okay, but on social media. How would I? And the thing is, no, don't go. Wow. Okay, so how do I? Let's see. How would you remedy your connection on social media? I mean, honestly, me personally on social media, I don't get too personal on social media. This might have been the most personal I've ever gotten. And I've gotten, it's very rare that I get personal on social media. And that's the thing. On social media, don't take things personally. That's all I can say. I mean, social media is social media, where people, it's like gossip and news, and you can only take what you hear and read with a grain of salt. Nobody can until they know. If you're on, exactly. So it's mostly because I started out on social media for business, and it kind of evolved to a balance of business and of personal life. And I think that's what we all want, is a nice balance. And for me, it was just like heavy business, and then it was like, okay, a little bit of personal. So now it's like, it's balanced. So don't take anything seriously on social media. I mean, I don't, unless it's someone that I've met in person and I know and love and have admiration for them, and I know them personally and dearly. But yeah, and that's different. If it's business, then don't take it personally. But if it's, if you haven't, okay, here we go. So if you do not know the person personally, and it's, attacks against you, or if it's, attacks on your business, don't take any of it personally unless you know that person personally. Like, you know them inside and out, in depth, and not just on the surface level. And if you know them deeply, then you shouldn't be having confrontations on social media. That's what the phone is for, right? Exactly. So, yeah. So the person that said no, don't go, I saw your name, but I didn't know how to pronounce it. Did you have a question for me? Because I'm not doing anything. I just have time to kill, playing with you guys, chatting with you guys, and making sure that we all have a better understanding of what life connection is all about. I mean, it is all about love. It's all about balance. It's all about what you create. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm just checking my text. So one of my dear friends is in here. Wait a minute. So Nicole, if you're in here, what's your name so I can really find you? And wait. And tell David I said hi. Hi, David. This is so funny. Yeah, so the hearts is to show love. So this is, oh my goodness. So wait. Okay, I so wish that I could have seen you guys when I was in Orlando. So wait, is she there watching with you? Just playing with the screen. I love it. Um, you guys are amazing. I miss you guys so much. I miss you all so much. David, Nicole. So those of you that are still here watching the scope, David and Nicole are my friends, dear friends from way back in the day. Before I moved to New York, while I was in Chicago, Nicole was like, and still is like, my bestest of best friends. Oh, okay, Teresa. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to talk about too much anything else, but you can definitely catch the replay. You have my love to you, Teresa, and Renee, my love to you too, because I know you're probably still at work. So anyway, yeah. So now it's like I can just hang out and chat. So yeah. So I miss you guys so much, David, Nicole. We need to just plan a trip. That's all we need to do. Just plan a non-working trip. That's what it is, a non-working trip. Because everywhere I go, it's all about work, no play. So anyway, so thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Yes, absolutely. I 100% agree. But I'm going to get out of this chat room. If there are no more questions, I enjoy you all so much, so very much, and immensely enjoy your presence, your love, and your energy. Until next time, and like I say, if you guys are watching now live, and if you guys are watching on the replay, I'm going to try to do my best to plan, and this is for first blush. I think this is especially for you. Sunday I'm going to try to do a scope on grief, because I think we all need to hear that message and really understand how to navigate through those heavy, deep emotions. So love you guys. Have a great evening, and if you haven't had dinner yet, have an amazing meal, and I'll talk to you soon.